Good morning, one and all. I am J. Vijay Nirmala, guest lecturer in Dhammapeta Degree College. So, today we are facing very dangerous and pandemic situation. So, please be care of your health and family, and please stay in your homes and safe. Okay. So, in this class, I am going to discuss about one of the major important metabolic activities which carried out in plants, that is photosynthesis, and second one is the respiration. Okay, see, so those two metabolic activities carried out in plants. Okay, plants are very important in our entire life. Okay, so see here, in that plant so many metabolic activities are going there. In that, the main two metabolic activities are going to explain here. One is photosynthesis and second one is cellular respiration. Okay, already we very familiar with that. Photosynthesis. So what happens in photosynthesis? See, okay, photosynthesis process. um, See here, this is the photosynthesis. In what happens means, the simple materials to combine to form a complex structure. That simple things are sunlight, carbon dioxide and water. Okay, after photosynthesis, we can produce the oxygen and carbohydrates nothing but glucose. Okay, this is the photosynthesis process. So next one, see, this is also photosynthesis to convert the simple molecules to complex molecules. Okay, it can produce the glucose and water. Okay, so next one, respiration. So what is meant by respiration? Which is the materials are produced from the photosynthesis process. Those food materials, those carbohydrates are split into simple molecules. This is completely opposite to the photosynthesis process. So in photosynthesis, simple molecules are converted into complex molecules. In respiration process is completely different. The complex molecules are split into simple molecules. The glucose converted into simple molecules. Okay, in that process some amount of energy also released. Okay, that energy is utilized by the plants for their growth and for thrive their environmental conditions. Okay, so respiration means it is the energy releasing process. That energy always released by the conversion of complex molecules to simple molecules. Okay, that complete energy was utilized by that plants for their that plants are utilized for their all metabolic activities. Okay, that respiration called as catabolic activity. Okay, so what are the main steps involved in the respiration process? Okay, see, respiration. So respiration having four stages, right? Respiration carried out in four steps. First step is glycolysis. Okay, first step is glycolysis means the glucose molecule will split into two molecules of pyruvic acid. Okay, is it clear? Glycolysis means the glucose molecule split into two molecule of pyruvate. So the end product in glycolysis, 2 NADVH plus H plus and two molecules of ATP. Okay, see next one, that glycolysis always carried in cytoplasm. Okay, cytoplasm, the glycolysis carried in cytoplasm. Next, the end product, which is pyruvic acid in glycolysis, that enter into the second process, pyruvate oxidative decarboxylation step. Okay, that two molecules of pyruvic acid next enter into pyruvic oxidative decarboxylation process. It can produce acetyl coenzyme A. Okay, acetyl coenzyme A. Next, that acetyl coenzyme A enter into third step, that is Krebs cycle. Okay, in Krebs cycle, along the NADH, what is meant by NADH? NADH is a energy rich molecule. Okay, it consisting high amount of energy. So along with NADH, in Krebs cycle, FADH2 also produced. Okay, FADH2 also produced. Next, in last step, electron transport system. In respiration, already I told 4 steps are there. First one, glycolysis, pyruvate decarboxylase, and Krebs cycle, and last one is the ETS, electron transport system. Okay, only one glycolysis step always takes place in cytoplasm. It was carried out in cytoplasm. Remaining 3 steps are carried in mitochondria. Okay, pyruvate oxidative decarboxylation and Krebs cycle and ETS, electron transport system. These two are carried out in mitochondria. So what is mitochondria? See, mitochondria, it is one of the cell organelle which is present in cell. Okay, first it was discovered by Kolliker scientist, all but one Kolliker scientist. Okay, after that mitochondria renamed by Benda. Okay, mitochondria, it is the most important one of the cell organelle in cell. This is called as powerhouse of the cell. Why it is called powerhouse of the cell? Because it stores the energy in the form of ATP. Okay, mitochondria called as powerhouse of the cell. Okay, why means it considered as the powerhouse of the cell because of it store the energy in the form of ATP. Okay, see here, see, in that mitochondria, see, this is the cellular respiration processes. Okay, first one is glycolysis and pyruvate oxidative decarboxylase and Krebs cycle, and last one is the electron transport system. See here clearly we have the particular slide. Glycolysis, in that the end product is glucose, and from that glucose 2 pyruvate acid are produced in the glycolysis process. In that 2 ATPs are released out. Okay, that pyruvate next enter into the cytoplasm to mitochondria. Okay, in that mitochondria, in the second step, acetyl coenzyme is formed. That acetyl coenzyme next entered into the Krebs cycle, and again here 2 ATPs are produced. In next, that Krebs cycle enter into the ETS, electron transport system. Okay, so in that electron transport system, 30 to 34 ATPs are produced. Okay, how this process is going on? Okay, see here, this is the end products in all cellular respiration process. Glycolysis can produce 2 NADH plus H plus and 2 ATP, and pyruvic acid 2 NADH plus H plus can be produced, and Krebs cycle 2 ATP and 6 NADH and 2 molecules of FADH2 also produced. Okay, in electron transport system 32 ATPs are produced, and along with water molecules are also produced. Okay, see, this is the entire structure of the cellular respiration. Okay, so next, particularly in this class I am going to explain electron transport chain. Okay, electron transport chain which is carried out in mitochondria. So not only mitochondria also having so many parts. Yes, outer membrane and inner membrane, and at the center position it having a matrix, and the inner membrane having some enfolding structures. See, the inner membrane having some enfolding structures. Those enfolding structures are called cristae. Okay, those enfolding structures are called cristae. On that cristae, the ETAs can be carried out. Okay, on that cristae, ETS, electron transport system, the particular location of the electron transport system is on the cristae. Okay, see what happened in ETS. So why we are know about ETS. So ETS, the end product can produce 30 to 34 ATPs and water molecule and NAD plus. Okay, see, so in the end product ATP, what is meant by ATP? In ETS chain, the end product is ATP. So what is ATP? First we have to know the ATP. So ATP, it is a adenosine triphosphate. The full form of the ATP is adenosine triphosphate. Okay, it is called as energy currency of the cell. In that cell, it called as ATP, called as energy currency of the cell. So here it is very clear, ATP structure. Okay, ATP having one adenine, that is nitrogen base. Okay, one adenine compound, one of the nitrogen base, that is called adenine, and it having one ribose sugar. Okay, that is pentose sugar, one ribose sugar that having 5 carbon atoms, so it is called pentose sugar, and remaining 3 are inorganic phosphate molecules. Okay, inorganic alpha, beta, gamma, those are called as alpha, beta, gamma. Okay, these 3 are the inorganic phosphates. In that last inorganic phosphate having high energy levels. Okay, this is the ATP structure. So always the energy in the stored in the form of ATP. Okay, see, now we are going to clearly observe the electron transport system. Okay, see here, electron transport system having 5 complexes. See, where it is occurs means the mitochondrial inner membrane having a finger-like projections. That finger-like projections are called as cristae. Okay, on that cristae, this is the electron transport system was carried out. See, this is the cristae structure. Okay, this complete brown color structure having a cristae. Okay, it is one of cristae is nothing but one of the plasma membrane. So plasma membrane having lipids and proteins. Already we know sandwich model that was proposed by Singer and Nicholson scientists. So what is in that fluid mosaic model means it having a lipid structure and some protein molecules are embedded in that lipid molecule. Okay, see here, these are all lipid molecules. Okay, is it clear? See, these are all lipid molecules, and it having lower side and upper side. In between them lipids, some protein molecules are there. Okay, these are the protein molecules. Okay, so it called as fluid mosaic model. Okay, na fluid mosaic model. Okay, see, in electron transport chain, it having 5 complexes. Through that 5 complexes, electrons are transferred from one complex to second one. So this is called electron chain. Okay, the electrons are transferred from complex 1 to 2, 2 to 3, 3 to 4. Up to 4 the electron transport system was completed. So here the water molecule is produced at the complex 4 structure. Okay, but why it is having complex 5? Complex 5 always produced ATP. Okay, so how this process is going on, first to see here complex structures. So what are those complexes? I going to explain one by one. Complex 1, see here, these are the complex names, and complex 1 that is called as NADH dehydrogenase. Okay, in ATS 5 complexes are there. In that first complex having the name was NADH dehydrogenase. Okay, that NADH dehydrogenase having FMN and iron sulfur proteins. Okay, FMN, see here, FMN is there. FMN means flavin mononucleotide. Okay, flavin mononucleotide. That complex 1 having the FMN and iron sulfur protein. Okay, is it clear? Next, complex 2, it is called as succinate dehydrogenase or succinate reductase. Okay, complex 2 having the name succinate dehydrogenase. Okay, that also having FAD. In Krebs cycle, see, in Krebs cycle from succinic acid to fumaric acid formation, in that FADH2 molecule is produced. Okay, with that help FADH2 molecules, here the protons are produced. Okay, in complex 2 FAD and again iron sulfur proteins are there. Okay, complex 1 also having iron sulfur protein, as well as complex 2 also having the iron sulfur protein. Okay, next complex 3. Complex 3 called as cytochrome C reductase. Okay, complex 3 called as cytochrome C reductase, in that having cytochrome B and cytochrome C along with iron sulfur protein also there. Okay, next the fourth complex is called as cytochrome oxidase. Cytochrome oxidase, that cytochrome oxidase having a 2 copper structures. Okay, 2 copper sites along with 1 cytochrome A and cytochrome A3. Okay, complex 4 having totally 4 protein molecules. Okay, 2 copper atoms and 1 cytochrome A and cytochrome A3. Okay, and last one is the complex 5, that is called ATP synthase. Okay, ATP synthase, by the help of ATP synthase here ATP are produced. Okay, see here complex 1, already explained you, complex 1 having a FMN flavin mononucleotide and it having iron sulfur protein. Okay, see this is the complex 2. Complex 2 also having it is called as succinate dehydrogenase or succinate reductase. Okay, it having a FAD. Okay, next complex 3 and 4 and 5. Okay, complex 3 called as cytochrome C reductase, and complex 4 called as cytochrome oxidase, and complex 5 called as ATP synthase. Okay, see this is the ATP synthase structure. See, ATP synthase It is otherwise called as coupling factor. So it otherwise called as coupling factor. ATP synthase complex having two parts. One is F1 part and second one is F0 part. Okay, see here, this is the F1 part. Okay, this is the F0 part. Okay, F1 is embedded in the lipids molecules. F0 is towards the matrix. Okay, through the ATP synthase, the protons are transferred. Okay, two protons are transferred by the ATP synthase. In that time, the kinetic energy will be released. That kinetic energy is helping the ADP to combine with the inorganic phosphate molecule. Okay, through the proton transferred by the ATP synthase molecule, see here very clearly, two protons, always that ATP synthase carries two protons only. Okay, that two protons, when it passed through the ATP synthase complex, then some kinetic energy released out. That kinetic energy is helping the combining of ADP molecule with inorganic phosphate. So automatically ATP is produced. Okay, this is the main function of the ATP synthase structure. Okay, see, next, this is the final what happening in EDS. Okay, see here, see, this is the complex 1. See very clearly, see here, this is complete mitochondrial matrix. Complete space called as mitochondrial matrix. This blue color indicates intermembrane space. Okay, intermembrane space of the mitochondria. Okay, see here, matrix NADH2 in mitochondrial matrix, NADH2 undergoing oxidation process. So oxidation process. So what is meant by oxidation? Oxidation means a losses of electrons. Losing of electrons. Okay. Reduction. What is reduction means? It taking the electrons. Okay. Oxidation means it loses the electrons, and reduction means it taking the electrons. It accept the electrons. Okay. Here in mitochondrial matrix, NADH2 undergoing oxidation process means it loses the electrons and protons also. Okay, in that the electrons are passed through the complex 1. Okay, complex 1 always it is a L-shaped structure. Please remember this one. Complex 1 always L-shaped structure. Okay, when the electrons are released from the NADH2, it slowly moves towards the complex 1 and it reaches the FMN, flavin mononucleotide. See here, that FMN, from that FMN, that electrons are absorbed by the iron sulfur protein. Okay, see here, this is the process. Okay, FMN, NADH2, it undergoing oxidation process in the matrix. In the time, two electrons are produced from the NADH2. Okay, that NADH2 slowly moves and reach the FMN. From that FMN, it reaches the iron sulfur protein. Okay, after that, that iron sulfur protein, the electrons absorbed by the ubiquinone. ubiquinone, it is the electron acceptor. It is the not in stable, they are always having a motility. Okay, it taking the electrons from complex 1 and to reach the complex 3 molecule. Complex 3, it is called succinate dehydrogenase. Okay, so these two electrons are lastly it reached to the ubiquinone. Ubiquinone, it is a complete reduction form, ubiquinone. Next, that electrons in the time NADH2 when it undergoing oxidation process, at the time from the matrix the protons are slowly moves towards the intermembrane space, from matrix to intermembrane space. In the time 4 protons are pushed away from the matrix. Okay, from the matrix it transfer the 4 protons into the intermembrane space. Okay, here see here, from the complex 1 you have to remember 4 protons are moves towards the matrix to intermembrane space and 2 electrons are produced. Those 2 electrons are absorbed by the FMN, and next it reaches to the iron sulfur protein, and next it attracted by the ubiquinone. Okay, that ubiquinone when it gets the electrons, automatically it form a pool like structure that is called ubiquinone H2. Okay, ubiquinone H2. Slowly that ubiquinone H2 it attracts the electrons and transfer that electrons into the cytochrome C. Okay, cytochrome C, that is complex 3. Okay, cytochrome C reductase, that is the complex 3. See here, complex 1, from complex 1 the electrons moves by the ubiquinone H2, and that ubiquinone H2 that electrons are carries to the complex 3, that is the cytochrome reductase. Okay, is it clear? See here, next FM, complex 2 structure. Complex 2 called as succinate dehydrogenase. In that, instead of NADH2, FADH2, the protons are produced by the FADH2. See here, one important point is there. From 1 NADH2, 3 ATPs are produced. Okay, from 1 FADH2, 2 ATPs are produced. Okay, in complex 2, FADH2 undergoing oxidation process, in that immediately 2 electrons are produced. Okay, the 2 electrons are attracted by the iron sulfur protein again. Already told, iron complex 2 also having one iron sulfur protein. Okay, that iron sulfur protein it receive the electrons from FADH2. Okay, after that again that iron sulfur protein to donate the electrons to ubiquinone. Okay, ubiquinone, it is the mediator between the complex 1 and complex 3. Okay, ubiquinone, it is the mediator, it always accept the electrons from complex 1 to complex 3. Okay, again that ubiquinone receive the electrons from the iron sulfur protein, and it to moves the electrons to ubiquinone H2. Okay, that electrons also again enter into the complex 3. Okay, in that here complex 1 to 1, 2 protons are enter into the intermembrane space, and complex 2, from the complex 2 again 2 protons are enter into the intermembrane space. Okay, so totally here 4 protons are entered from matrix to in intermembrane space. Okay, is it clear? Here totally 4 electrons from complex 1 to 2 electrons and complex 2 to 2 electrons are produced, and they reached to the complex 3 molecule. Complex 3 called as cytochrome C reductase. Okay. Next, see here, complex 3 always receiving the electrons from complex 1 to complex 2. Okay, here cytochrome C, it is called as mobile carrier. See here, cytochrome C called as electron mobile carrier. It is very actively participated in the carrying for electrons from complex 1 to complex 3. Complex 2. Okay. Cytochrome C, it receiving the electrons. Cytochrome C, it receiving the electrons from complex 1 to complex 3. Okay. Again here 4 electrons are produced. 2 electrons are produced and 4 protons. Okay. See here, cytochrome C, it accepts the electrons from complex 3 and slowly it reach the complex 4 molecule. That complex 4 molecule called as cytochrome oxidase. Okay. See here, complex 4, it is called cytochrome oxidase. Okay. Those electrons are which is transferred by the cytochrome C, it transferred to the complex 4 molecule, complex 4, that is cytochrome C oxidase. That complex 4 having 4 main proteins. 2 is copper structures, and one is cytochrome A and cytochrome A3. Okay, 2 copper sites are present in complex 4. Along with the 2 copper sites, cytochrome A and cytochrome A3. These are all electron transport chain system. These are all involved in the electron transport system. See here, it may be FMN or iron sulfur proteins or cytochrome C, and copper sites are cytochrome A and A3, anything. These are all carries the electrons from complex 1 to complex 4. In complex 1, when the electrons in complex 1, NADH to undergo oxidation process, in that time 4 protons are enters from matrix to intermembrane space. Okay, from the complex 2 also, here 2 protons are transferred from matrix to intermembrane space. Okay, in complex 3, 4 protons are pushed out from the matrix to intermembrane space. Okay, see, in complex 4, this is the last stage of electron transport. This is the ending stage of the electron transport. Why? Because here in matrix it having a half oxygen molecule. Okay, see here, in complex 4, matrix having half oxygen molecule. Okay, that half oxygen molecule to receive the electrons from the cytochrome C and to form a water molecule with the help of utilization of protons. Okay, see here, in complex 4, it having a main proteins, 2 copper sites and cytochrome A and cytochrome A3. Okay, this is the complex 4 structure. Okay, the electron mobile carrier, which is cytochrome C, that cytochrome C accepts the electrons from the complex 3 and to slowly moves it carries the electrons to complex 4. Okay, through the cytochrome copper sites and cytochrome A and cytochrome 3, finally it reaches the off O2. The electrons are finally reached the off O2. Then the chemical reaction, off O2 combined with the 2 electrons and two protons to produce one water molecule. Okay, is it clear? Here with the help of cytochrome A and cytochrome A3 and two copper sites, the electrons passed through these protein molecules, and finally it produced the water molecule in complex 4 structure. Okay, so in that time slowly the protons gradient slowly increased in the intermembrane space. When the NADH undergoing oxidation process and the FADH2 also undergoing oxidation process, at the time the protons moved from matrix to inner membrane space. So when this completion of the electron transport from complex 1 to complex 4, automatically the electron chemical gradient is increased in the intermembrane space. Okay, so here in intermembrane space positive charge will be slowly increased, and in matrix the negative charge slowly increased. So they are not allow the protons into again enter into the matrix, which is the plasma membrane, that is cristae, which is not allow the protons from intermembrane space to again into matrix. So in that time only the complex 5, see here, this is the complex 5, that is called ATP synthase. Only with the help of ATP synthase the protons are moved from inner membrane space to matrix. Okay, is it clear? When the help of ATP synthase called as coupling factor. Okay, with that help of coupling factor the protons which are present in inner membrane space, they slowly moves towards the matrix with the help of ATP synthase. Okay, always the ATP synthase carries only 2 protons. Okay, only 2 protons. When the 2 protons are enter through the ATP synthase, then some little amount of kinetic energy also released. That kinetic energy is helping the to combine the ADP, adenosine diphosphate, to combine with the inorganic phosphate Pi. Okay, they are combined with one another to form ATP. Okay, here see here in complex 1 4 protons are there, and complex 2 also 2 protons, and complex 3 it can produce it having 4 protons. So totally here 8. 1 NADH, from 1 NADH 3 ATPs are produced. Okay, from 1 FADH to 2 ATPs are produced. Okay, totally like this. After ending of the ETS, electron transport system, finally 32 to 34 ATPs are produced. Okay, that ATP, adenosine triphosphate, stored in the form of energy. It is the energy molecule. Okay, that energy is utilized by the plants for their all metabolic activities. Okay, this is the complete structure of the ETS. What happens in it is a clear diagrammatic explanation. Okay, see next, this is the functioning of ETS, how it can function. Okay, automatically the energy levels are also produced, decreasing the electron pressure. How the electron pressure slowly decrease means that which are electrons are produced by that oxidation and reductive process, that is form in the water molecule, that complete help in the formation of water molecule. Okay, in mitochondrial matrix slowly the positive negative charge will be increased, and at inner membrane space the positive charge will be increased. Okay. After that electron chemical gradient will be forms between them. So with the help of ATP synthase it can be equilibrium state. Okay. So here see once again, ATP is the end product in the ETS. So here from complex 1, 2, 3, 4, so many oxidative and reductive process are takes place. By the continuous oxidation process, the ATP will be synthesized. Okay, a complete in entire ETS process, the number of oxidation steps are taking place here. With that oxidation process, the ATP is formed here. So with the help of oxidative processes, the ATP is synthesized. So this complete process called as oxidative phosphorylation. Is it clear? Oxidative phosphorylation. So phosphorylation means the formation of ATP or the synthesis of ATP. Okay, oxidative. In ETS so many oxidative process are taking place. With the help of ATP will be synthesized. So this complete process called as oxidative phosphorylation. Okay, that ATP having a very important part in the ETS. Okay, ATP synthase called as coupling factor, that having two parts, F1 and F0 parts. Okay, it otherwise called as primary granule also. Okay, see here, this is the complete function of ETC, electron transport chain. Okay, this is the series of electron movement. Okay, the electrons moves from complex 1 to complex 3. It is a series of chain. Okay, it's very easy process. Okay, see here, once again, I can. So this is the very important topic in respiration process. ETS is the last step in the cellular respiration. Okay, when the energy is always released by the ETS, electron transport system. Okay, once again I repeat it, please clearly observe from starting onwards. This is the electron transport chain. Okay, electron transport chain, it is the last step in the cellular respiration process. Okay, in the electron transport system having 5 complexes. Okay, those 5 complexes are complex 1, that is NADH dehydrogenase. Complex 2 called as succinate dehydrogenase. Okay, and complex 3, see, complex 3 oxidative cytochrome reductase, and complex 4 called as oxidative cytochrome oxidase. Complex 4 called as cytochrome oxidase. This is the clear structure. Always see, always a complex 1 having a L-shaped structure. Please remember this one. See here, L-shaped, complex 1 L-shaped structure, and complex 2 it is FADH2, and complex having 2 main proteins, FMN and iron sulfur protein. Okay, next one, second, succinate reductase, succinate dehydrogenase, that having the FADH2 instead of NADH. Okay, Third one is called as cytochrome reductase, cytochrome reductase. Here always ubiquinone and cytochrome C, these two are the electron mobile carriers. Okay, these two are the electron mobile carriers. Okay na? Cytochrome 4, it is the cytochrome reductase, oxidase. Okay, this is the last step in the electron transport chain. In complex 4 of oxygen molecule of photo molecule react with the 2 protons and 2 electrons, it can produce one water molecule. Okay, only the last one, see here, last one, that is the ATP synthase. Through the ATP synthase always 2 protons are passed from that ATP synthase. Okay, that some energy also here produced, that energy is formed in the heat, it can release in the form of heat. Okay, this is the complete chain of ETS. Okay, it having a very clear structure, electron transport chain. Okay, these black colors always indicates the lipids. Lipids are nothing but cristae. Cristae is made up of plasma membrane. Plasma membrane always having the lipids and protein structures. Okay, these proteins are always embedded in the those lipid layers. Okay, it's completely look like as a sandwich namona. Sandwich model. Okay, that sandwich model. Not only sandwich, fluid mosaic model. Okay, see, this is the finally in ETS 32 ATPs are produced. That ATP always utilized by the all metabolic activities which is carried out in a plants. Okay, see here, these are the complex structures, complex 1, complex 2. See, finally ETS having 5 complexes, complex 1, complex 2, complex 3 and complex 4, and last one complex 5, it is the ATP synthase. Okay, ATP synthase is synthesize the ATP from ADP to inorganic molecule. Okay, this process, the synthesis of ATP called as phosphorylation. From complex 1 to complex 5, so many oxidative reactions are taking place. With the help of oxidative reactions, the ATP synthesis will be takes place. That complete process called as oxidative phosphorylation. That oxidative phosphorylation always carried out through the ATP synthase, that is the complex 5 molecule. Okay, complex 4, what is meant by complex 4? It is the ending complex, it is the ending part in the electron transport chain. Okay, that electrons does not enter to the ATP synthase. Complex 4 is the ending part of the electron transport chain. Okay, here ubiquinone and cytochromes, these are 2 electron mobile carriers. Okay, ubiquinone and cytochrome C. Cytochrome C always taking the electrons from the complex 3, it transfers the electrons to cytochrome complex 4, that is the cytochrome reductase, cytochrome oxidase. Okay, this is the complete complex structure, how the electrons are passed away from NADH2 to ubiquinone. Okay, ubiquinone is the complete reduction form. Okay, complex 2 succinate dehydrogenase. In Krebs cycle, succinic acid is produced from succinate to formation of fumaric acid, FADH2. Okay, see, complex 3 and complex 4. Okay, complex 3 called as cytochrome reductase, and complex 4 called as cytochrome oxidase, and fifth one is ATP synthase. Okay, this is the ATP synthase structure. Let's see here. It is also very important. ATP synthase is called as coupling factor. It having two parts, F0 and F1 part. Okay, it having three parts, alpha and beta parts. Okay, this is the complete what happen in ETS, complete structure. Okay, see, this is the function of ETC. So ETC, here the energy will be produced, that released energy is stored in the form of ATP. So ATP called as currency of the power currency of the cell. Okay, NADH, FADH, these are all the energy rich molecules. It having high amount of energy. Okay na? So these are all activities are taking place in plants. Okay, so for that we have to know what is the main importance of plants which is present in our surrounding. Okay, see here, plants, there is no plants, there is no life, because it can release the oxygen by absorbing carbon dioxide from the atmosphere. Okay, which is present in the high amount of carbon dioxide that was completely absorbed by the plants, and it can release the fresh oxygen into the atmosphere. That oxygen is helping the respiration in all living organisms. Okay, it can produce their leaves, it can release their leaves. So for that, plants are very play important role in our environmental. Okay, in our environment. Okay, for that, so now I request, please save the trees for your safe life. Okay, everyone, please save the tree for ourselves and for next generation. Okay, there is no plants, there is no life. These are the main source of the human beings, not human beings, all living organisms. Okay, see here, plants are very important to our entire life. See here, so it gives food, and it gives the energy, and it is shelter to the all small microorganisms to birds like this. It always protect the living organisms. The plants always protect in our nature, as well as our planet. So please save the plants. So totally I request, please each and every candidate, please plant a tree. Okay, see what happened, there is no plants, in future what happen, means there is no plants, there is no life, there is no any situations to survive. In future there is no life, in future there is no plants, there is no life. So I request all of you, please save the plants. Otherwise we are looking like this. Okay, we can't survive in our nature. Okay, so this is a small assignment on above topic. Okay, electron transport system, these are the small bits regarding this topic. Okay, okay, please I request once again, So everybody, please plant a tree, even in your home or in your college or anywhere. Please protect the plants. Okay, there is no plants, there is no life. Please everyone plant a tree in your surroundings and protect them. It gives the a beautiful life to us. Okay, please don't cut the plants. Please concentrate. I'm doing very request. Please plant a tree in your surroundings. Please protect them. Okay, thank you. Thank you so much for for giving this opportunity. I want to explain my views on the topic as well as on the plants and okay. So this is the assignment work, and thank you so much for giving this opportunity to our tribal welfare degree colleges. Okay, thank you so much.